talk about it. All right. I feel like somebody just trying to provoke somebody from moving forward. Like I said, these people that sit here and watch the real Empress all day long to see if they could copy the style, sending spell work, stealing funds from the Empress to try to make sure that shit don't get to the Empress. I think I got chocolate on my chest, y'all. I was just eating a Snicker. Welcome back to the platform. All right, so we got to go back to school. Okay. It's just something about like personality. The Empress is like a showboating energy. If someone is not being a showboated energy in the public right now, then more than likely they're not the Empress. So that's one thing we're going to go ahead and get out of the way. Just for these people that think that they can go into the Empress's bloodline and pick any fucking woman there and try to bring her up as if she could be the Empress. We're just saying who could be the Empress right now. Okay? We're just saying who could be the Empress. And the Empress is a most high energy on the planet. The Empress understands that the source or God cannot always be in her energy, okay? Can't always sit there and convince her of something. So she's okay without for a while. Yeah, that's why she can sit around in her nightgown, kind of like this dress I got on right now, and still be comfortable here. Because I think it's what's underneath it than what kind of clothes somebody is wearing. And then we can look at the covering, but then also what's inside. Yeah, the Empress will probably have stretch marks. The Empress might even have a little pudge. I've always had a little pudge my whole life, right? Just like a little pudge, even when I was like a teenager and I was in like a size 9, 10 or something like this. You know what I'm saying? I still always had this little pudge, but I feel like it has something to do with always creating. Because again, men and women have a different physique. Even with the abdominal muscles, it's just different. You know, we can size up people that are usually, shoulders, fingers, the length of fingers on small frame women, the hips and things like this. We can usually size up people on this platform as to who may be and who may not. Okay, that's what we used to do, but it was kind of looked at as rude or something, so we stopped doing it. But again, I know. Okay, so let's see. We got to go back to school, y'all. Okay, and I think I'm just gonna do this video on this because I gotta finish doing some things around here before a certain time. Okay. So let's go ahead and look. Let's just see so people can stop. First of all, I feel like people should be, if there's an Empress that was an Empress and they're trying to replace this Empress or overthrow this Empress or remove the Empress should be the one reviewing the information from someone who thinks that they want to be the Empress. She shouldn't be able to go around and get her back blown out by many in order to get men to choose who can be the Empress next. It's the Empress that choose who's going to be the Empress next. It's God that also choose who's going to be the Empress next. And the Empress, like I said, is going to be a close friend with Jesus and God. And they're not just going to throw out Jesus' name like it's some kind of, like, oh, and Jesus and all that. Because that's so fake and phony. Bitch, if you ain't saying no Bible verses, I want to say keep my name out your mouth. But let's stop. Okay, because Jesus looking back at these motherfuckers like, I do not know you. Now, there could be a twin that's playing this energy of the Jesus Christ energy. Because everybody's like, oh, God and his son. They forget that son means descendant in etymology, which is the way to trail a word back to its origins and how it's been used since the beginning of time all the way up until now. So descendant, the son of God means a descendant. It can be a woman or a man because we're just saying the son of God. Now we would have to add transgenders because people have chosen, or science and other entities have chosen to experiment with children at their birth, okay, because of certain reasons, okay. And there are people that, again, when I say this, when I put up that post a minute ago about the Empress ain't never, I think I put something, ain't never knew she had a blick. Okay, we're gonna call it that right now. is what I'm saying is if you all your whole life you think that you are what you are. Now, if something happened to you at birth or a couple, if something happened to you or something like this or whatever at birth when you were a newborn, okay, and you never knew about it and you grew up as a woman from the time you could look between your legs, this is what was there. This is the people I'm talking about. If you are excuse me, if you are not, even if you're one of these what I think could be like this Eve gene or something like this, okay, but the woman came before Eve. But anyways, if you're these Eve gene groups of the islands that they at some point in time their genetics are altered, or it could be naturally, or this could be some kind of program too, where these people change, so-called, allegedly they change sexes during puberty from either male to female or female to male. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Some of you could have been birthed from these particular types of people. Okay. So it's not hating on that. It's just we cannot make it a thing for men to compete against women for positions that are duly meant for particular women. Okay. Now somebody could say that because the Empress does look kind of masculine. All right. But this could be just because it looks that way it could be symbolic for a feminine energy that has been a woman her whole life, has proven that she can birth children, okay, and get pregnant on her own. Lots. You get what I'm saying? Now, again, if some of you are a part of something that goes deeper and we don't know about probing and things like this that could have happened, I'm just saying, if we have to choose a basis on what we're gonna work with, nobody knows every fucking thing. You see what I'm saying? I just don't feel like it's I don't think that anybody should just be able to apply to be the Empress. So we're gonna break excuse me, we're going to break down what the Empress means. Okay. Now, again, I'm not a tarot reader. I'm an oracle and a seer of God, a son of God. I'm about to say Gad. Don't tread on me. But I feel like Gad also has something to do with African heraldry. But then we can go to the Black water people on the East Coast here. Okay. So this could be why Black came out last night, and that, well, Brew and Black, which is both the names in my lineage on that same side. But I feel like the showstopper energy comes from that hen. I'm not gonna finish the words because people are funny. But that particular, there's three of my coat of arms that have a lion on it only. That means that's the main center attraction. Nothing else. It's either going to be like, again, these people are going to be standing for that at that time. It represents that at that time. It's something prominent because a lot of coat of arms to me, that's not my coat of arms. You get what I'm saying? So I guess it's your perspective. A lot of coat of arms that's not my coat of arms are showing me what these people are going to be doing in my energy at the time when I'm using these coat of arms to figure out what the fuck is going on. So when people come into my energetic field, I'm like, what's your name? What's your coat of arms? Before I ask for your handle on Instagram, what the fuck is your coat of arms, nigga? I want to know where you coming from. Not what you're saying out your mouth, but I need to see your coat of arms. Then I'm going to listen to what the fuck you got to say. It's kind of like that for me. So I don't like this fact that people can hide their face online, never show their face, but they're guiding people. That's strange to me. I need to have seen your face a little bit, especially if you're being given me a spiritual or intuitive message. There's nothing spiritual about me looking at only your hands all the time. This is what's giving me this energy of Muslim women and using some kind of dark or something that's hidden, the moon, more moon energy here. Of as to what we're looking at here, which then it explains the jinn energy and possession and skinwalker and all this other energy that I'm picking up on. Okay. And the Empress is going to be able to look at something from a wide range. Remember, the Empress is looking like a giant to the wheat or the people at her feet. So she can see, she's not only looking at, oh, just the Black people, oh, just a spiritualist, or she has to see things from, that's why I feel like We're talking about somebody that can see something from all 7 sectors or all 7 layers here. So again, I feel like these people should be able to prove this. And then another thing I feel like is if you're coming from my throne and nothing has been presented to me as to when somebody's choosing who's the winner, who you think should be the winner, how many points and votes a motherfucker got, how you got the info, it's a non-factor. It's a non-factor. So all these people that are doing things behind the scenes in groups or with different militias or groups or tribal affiliations, so-called tribal affiliations, a lot of this shit is just whatever they're doing behind the scenes. It's almost, I just heard 911 is a joke. So again, some people are just trying to provoke or something like this, okay? All right? Some people are just trying to provoke people's energy. I feel like these cards are showing me that some people is really actually not even going to be able to move forward. They're just trying to get you out of your character here. They don't even have a real chance here. It's just that. I think we're dealing with some of these people also are 90-day fiance energies that come in and they married some masculine or something for a visa or something like this. Some of these people are not of family trees. They just grafted themselves onto your family trees and took on your identity, or it's a shared identity out here. It could be 10 bitches latching onto your identity, married to a man that was connected to you or something like this, and then they're sharing the benefits and hiding them from you, making it hard for your household to produce things that would be fruitful for a real empress or something like this, so that these people can look more viable. More viable or more put together, because a lot of people are about, well, we could look at material like, oh, you're so about the material or something like this, but we're going to go ahead and look at material to see how deep this goes. Okay, are we just talking like I'm living in a material world and I'm a material girl, so I don't know, let's just see. Okay, so let's see. We're going to just read this short description of what the Empress is, and then we're going to go into 2. I'm not going to keep y'all here long. We're going to go into 2 because I want to know too. We're going to go into 2 definitions and then we're going to leave it. Okay. But I'm telling you that the Empress is nowhere near narrow-minded. And they're going to be okay with being public because it's a public heralder of information on many different levels, scales, and spectrums here. Because she's looking at the world not as haughty, not as a threat, even though people look at her like a threat because they can see her, but she can't make out who's all looking at her, because this would look like a giant here compared to these people that are standing down here that look like wheat, or wheat that look like people, however you want to look at it. I'm not necessarily saying that do you get what I'm saying? That I'm going to continue to be the Empress. It may be time for me to move on to some, so I'm not making this argument because of that. I just really want to know. I'm just someone that likes to know shit, okay? So again, especially when things get out of hand, because sometimes if we can lay down something and stop going back and forth about who could be whatever the fuck it is, then, you know, we can really see what we're talking about here. And then some people can sit the fuck down. Maybe even me. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm doing it. Okay. So again, we got keywords: creativity, feminine power, a mature woman, fertility, and pleasure. So this could be why, let's put this book to the side. So this could be why some women could be trying to do genital mutilation on these women. Like, again, other cultures in Africa is heavy for women to do this to their maids, to treat them like dogs and abuse them. It's a big problem. Not everywhere, but in some of those countries in Africa, which those are, is like we have states, they have little countries, okay? For them to abuse these women in such a fact, mentally, physically, hitting and things like this, okay? Also, like I said, genital mutilation here. But this could be why I'm picking up here. Let me go ahead. I think I'm gonna go ahead and still use these same cards. Let me flip this up. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and use these same cards here to pull while we're reading here. Okay. Oh my goodness. I believe my cards are a mess. Even if I do something, I'm like, oh my gosh, my cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I was going to be planning a trip or something like this, I'd be thinking like, damn, I can't leave my cards behind. I'd be thinking I need a whole other suitcase for just my motherfucking cards. It don't matter if I'm going away for a weekend. I feel like I need to have every deck. Not, and I didn't say, I didn't say that other word, okay? Oh, let me put this back. Oh, that Cancer just fell on the floor. Okay. And let's keep in mind also that some people's family members have been swapped out already. And you don't know what's between their legs. It ain't like you in the bathtub with them still like when you was 5 years old. Okay? Let's keep that in mind as well here. Okay? What just happened? Wow. Oh, okay. All right. So, fertility and pleasure. So, this could be why some people would be trying to sterilize a woman here. Because if they try and do this, this can affect her fertility or her giving birth or something like this of this nature. But again, there's supposed to be privileges of protection or something that comes with this energy. So you can worry about, you can just, these people could be hailing all these threats and sneaking around your house, but as long as they can't touch you, and if they do, they're going to be handled. It's not a problem. Why? That's why you can't, you know what I'm saying? Why would you gonna show all these people me, where I live, and all this private shit about me, and then allow for random motherfuckers just off the street to come and do something to me in my sleep or something? Like, that's some punk ass shit. So I feel like some of this stuff is projected here just for you to talk about it and make you look weak or something like this. We're just going to get down to it, okay? I just really want to get to this Empress thing here, okay? So again, they could be trying to deal with your fertility here. Somebody could also be getting you to take something or something. Look at this shit here, okay? Getting you to take something here, okay? So again, somebody might be claiming Empress here. Let's see what this is, okay? So we got the Tower popping out here first, okay? All right, and then we got an Empress in reverse here, okay? And then we have the Devil in reverse here. Could you imagine if I was a part of a competition right now and I didn't even know it? And everybody else knew the exact days and times to be on point and make sure that this is like this and their house looked like that. Could you imagine? Okay. So again, this Chariot energy. So this is telling me, because I kept on saying, why? This was the first, this was the last card on the deck after that spread we did. And I was thinking, something about this leopard print something here. Somebody that could be seen as sexy or something like this. I'm thinking, why you got me looking at this? And it was in reverse. Okay. So again, like I said, I feel like whatever this energy is, somebody's pretending like they're moving forward here. And they may not be. This could be somebody that dresses kind of jazzy. Look how she got her hair to the side and everything like this. Right? And she's wearing this red sash. Because remember, the Lady of Swords or something came out earlier, and it was somebody with a full dress dripped in blood, or a red dress, or your red dress, or something like this. And she had her sword going towards people. But this person seems to have tried to cut off this pieces of that dress of somebody here. So somebody could have cut somebody. Somebody could have did genital mutilation, cut somebody, did something to someone here. The Chariot is usually a man, but there could be a man that's not doing the Chariot energy. This could be somebody that's leading a starship or a spaceship here. Okay, so this could be somebody that could do damage to someone in the middle of the night. This could be like a Phoenix drone or a drone energy that people know this person has been watching and abusing you, and they gave this person this position anyway here to be able to have access to people at night here. We see moon energy here, okay? So this could be, again, me calling out someone and then somebody allowing for this person to get a position as a Chariot person. And when I look at the Chariot, this is somebody that can probe someone. This is somebody that can probably have access to people in their sleep. This could be galactic energy or something like this. But again, notice it was in the reverse earlier when it even drew my attention. Before I put these cards away, before I just goodness. Before I just, the cards, okay? So somebody might be acting like something, or they might have done something wrong and lost a position immediately. I don't know. All right, because somebody was seeing somebody as a devil. This person could have even had somebody looking at somebody as a devil or looking at them as some kind of way. And then this person may have lost a position here. So let's just see what it's saying here. Okay. It says the Empress symbolizes feminine power. So pleasure. Oh, that's what I was going to say. That could be why these people are jealous. This is somebody that they may have a nice physique or something. They may even be beautiful inside and out. But if they're not, this could cause damage to other women that are. These are the bloodlines that I'm picking up, because it's saying something about wood with this Empress. And remember, I told you it's like all those trees that were hewn or cut down were protecting somebody, like that porcupine last night, okay? And all those little chopped up pieces of tree was sitting on top of that hedgehog or that porcupine, whatever it would be. I feel like that's the walking like 1,000 ancestors here, like feminine energies that were cut down at their height when they were supposed to be moving forward or something like this. This could be, I feel like, again, there's a mix of this in the tarot community even here. The underdogs on top. You know, it's giving me that energy of the girl that, it's giving me the energy of the girl a little bit. Okay. It's giving me the energy. I have to be honest about what I see, guys, when I'm doing these things, okay? Because I'm not against it. Do you understand? I mean, if I got to say this over and over again, I don't go against nobody, but I'm all about order. Do that, whatever. Go and date this person that could be transgender or whatever, but don't be trying to do what you're doing and sneak these people in position, because you lose the femininity. You lose somebody that is going to fight for everybody eventually. Most of the time, so-called black women are the ones that befriend or have a best friend that's a gay boy. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's a detrimental, dangerous thing as well, if we're talking cultural things. So if you don't see it for what it could be eventually, but that don't mean that you should not have these people as your friends. You should just be able to see. If you're able to laser beam everything around you, so that's why this could be a problem for somebody like me. I'm just going to be honest, because I'm used to walking in a room or people walking in my house or walking past somebody on the street or at your register at the store, and I can read your motherfucking ass. This time, they making me have to pull shit out the air. They making me have enemies that I cannot see, that could live around the corner from me, and I wouldn't know because I can't see their faces. People that, it's not like, oh, I was at Angela's house last week and we was best friends or something, and that bitch said this, and now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm mad about this. I'm about to go to her house. Oh, she ain't picking up the phone. I'm about to go to her house and ask her about. I can't go to these bitches' houses, unfortunately. They may know where I live. They may be doing something to me in my sleep. They could be working with my spouse. They may be working with my daughter. They may be working with, I don't know, but I'm just saying, I can't, you see what I'm saying? All right. And I feel like this is a part of the plot, because they know that I'm a handler, meaning that I handle shit. Okay. Not like I handle people or manipulate them or control them. I'm talking about I'm somebody that handles some shit. If a threat come to me, will be, you see what I'm saying? Like that. Okay. So I feel like this is a frustration that somebody wants to build up in my fucking energy, because bitches can say what they want on the screen, and then I get reprimanded for these whole saying shit. And then when I say something, because when I say something, it's going to cut your motherfucking ass. And then you want to come back at me. These are men that I have protected, possibly. These are father figures that I have vouched for or fought for or prayed to God if they don't have a connection for. Do you get what I'm saying? So you see where that leads me? And it's not even like, oh, it's like, oh, you chose that. Okay, cool. I know how to handle it. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and be threatened in my own shit. I'm not sure. It might be on the couch in the corner part. So again, that's a difference. Stop. Niggas need to stop, especially motherfuckers that ain't even really acting like men. Stop acting like this shit is only about you. Stop. Stop acting like that. Stop. I left it on the couch by the pillows in the corner. Take the pillows that's in the corner part of the sectional. Take them off, and the pillow is probably sitting on top of one of those pillows. Okay? That's what I want to say. Okay? So these people could be, like I said, doing things to you so that you can't have any pleasure. So then you won't be seen as like a jolly old giant. These people want somebody to look like a jolly. They don't want to say, oh my God, we done pissed off the Lord. Oh, the wrath. You see? And then this bitch get up, this Empress get up and notice what these people been doing, or that they've been tying little strings around her body, and she got to show these motherfuckers that them strings, yes, the phone has to be there because that's where I just had it. That's where it was. Take all of the pillows off, shake and reach between those cushions, look on the thing that's underneath the TV. I didn't, you gave it to me while I was sitting there. And when I got up, I could have sworn I only took my phone. Yes. Or it's on the kitchen table. It's either or. I didn't bring it down here. Okay. So let's look at this, because it'll be a shame for this to be a feminine energy here, a mother, like a mothering energy that is a protector in her own way, using her own original gifts that women normally have, that men don't normally have. It's more logic. But I feel like an Empress could also be in it could, if we want to go ahead and put it that way, she could be an Adamite energy, because when I say not transgender, but when I say androgynous, I'm talking about somebody that has the mental capacity of a masculine and feminine energy. Not that's taking hormones or anything to do that. To their knowledge. To their knowledge. It's somebody that automatically all your life you've been that way. You don't know how to be no other way. The Empress is not probably going to be somebody that's going to be just girly oh my, all the fucking time. She just is not. There's a masculinity about this Empress. She got to hold down the fort when the Emperor is not there. Or when her Emperor is not cleft in her rock or cleft in her mind. She has to be able to be somewhat logical and shit like this. All right. So again, this is what I'm feeling why they would be attacking the Empress here. These little people could probably do little damage to her. One of these little people can have like a little needle or something. They can have something. Some of the shit she might not even feel. It might just feel like a little bug pesting her around or something. But again, I just feel like the energy is too strong to be letting little motherfuckers come in and do something. She got to find a reason on a large scale where this will affect many people to even fucking address it. Do you understand what I'm saying? She can't even hear no gossip down here. Gossip and shit don't matter to her. You know what I'm saying? These people could be talking about killing her. But again, she could show them that you're not doing that. You're not going to fucking be able to. Right? So she's not down here. So she might have to look to someone else to see what these motherfuckers down here are saying. She might have to say, come here, and put somebody on her hand and bring them up here and put them up to her. You know what I'm saying? Like the world card got the little fish on that little cloth that's by her head. What they talk about down there? You see what I'm saying? So they could laugh and say, ha, 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 we're doing this and you don't know nothing about it. Ha, ha, ha. But none of that shit really matters to her. This is more of a God level. You understand what I'm saying? And if she has a public platform, you're going to see that resonate throughout. The shit ain't going to sound the same that she's talking about every fucking time. You're going to learn something new or different that you can elevate or use some other kind of way. There's nothing flashy have to be about her. It's about her presence alone and what the fuck she's saying, because she's a heralder of information. Truth, more than likely. Okay? So it's saying the Empress symbolizes feminine power in the material world. Okay? So again, we have material is saying a component, substance, matter of which a thing is made. So again, this is making me think about world energy here. Okay? A component, substance. This make me think about like the mother of all or something like this, like a mother of, you know what I'm saying, matter of which a thing is made. So people, or you know, all the children, I'm hearing all the children of the world or something like this, okay? Of which something is made here, a matter from which something is made. So this could be also, I don't know why I heard made men, or this could be also, I'm seeing like a mother energy, like a mammy energy that will be so-called on a plantation that would have birthed presidents, okay? And, you know, other powerful kings and shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Okay? And also slaves. You see what I'm saying? This is where Big Daddy would come, or God would come to lay on her bosom, or lay, or go into to get some type of comfort, peace, or rest. She shouldn't have to worry about when her light bill is getting paid, this, and that. Oh, if she's gonna have a meal on her table or something, that shit should be just brought to her. Pretty much, this don't look like this giant woman compared to these people is going to the store. I mean, she can. This is like an at-home mom energy to me sometimes. So she can do all those things, but it's okay for people to also possibly bring things to her. You know what I'm saying? It makes me think about even an elder or something that's really, really tall, or I don't know why I'm thinking about like a basketball, like somebody that would do like a sport or something where their body might break down sooner than other people's bodies because of their physical, what they've been very physical or something their whole life. So their bodies, may break down a little bit sooner here. Okay. It's almost make me think about a woman that's been nurturing and taking care of children 24 hours a day. The man really haven't had to. She's just been that mother energy, the one that reprimand them and do every fucking thing. Even if the motherfucker is dead. So sometimes an Empress energy can be a single mother in a marriage. Where once she got rid of some of them kids, it's time to rest, or it's time to see what's next, or whatever it is. But again, this is someone who's given their all, have to possibly raise some children here and also help do something else amongst the world. Could have raised other children, took care of other people's children, or something like this. You see how these people, this people, or this wheat is looking at her or looking to her. This is like a big mama's house kind of energy. Okay. So she's not gonna be in the streets hustling that much, This is like a big mama's house energy or something like this. Okay. So again, it's saying who represents feminine. Okay, wait a minute. So it says feminine power in the material world. And we already looked at what material, but it says real or ordinary. And it also says earthly, though. Okay, so this could be earthbound energy. But all this other stuff is going on with her body while she's sitting here. So when she does get ready to get up, she can probably move in another fucking direction. Okay? I don't know why I want to say ho. I don't know why. That just almost came out. Okay? Let's see, because I just want to break this down. Of or belonging to matter. So this make me think about the dark matter in the beginning of the Bible. In the beginning, the earth was first. A chaotic void or something like this, okay? Or a dark something or a chaotic something here, okay? So again, this could be also, like I said, in chaos. So again, there could have been something going on with this person that was in some kind of chaos, and now peace is going to be coming here. I don't know what, but that chaos could have been also brought on by all these other women attaching onto her energy in the sleep realm. Okay, because that the Nine of Swords was in reverse last night, so somebody could have cut something out. But again, let's see what that could mean. Do it mean these people just robbed her of her intellect, and now they want to run off and be able to go off on it just because that's what this is? You know what I'm saying? That's why I said a generational curse breaker is going to identify this. Well, damn, why would this woman feel empty after this happened? That she got to renew or rejuvenate herself? That sounds like usury or something to me. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like something like, or a robbery, and these other bitches like, and that makes a mockery of your fucking Empress here. Okay, especially somebody that's been probably felt like they were doing this with no support, whatever it would be. So again, it's saying of the material world, and we're seeing that could mean again, belonging to matter. Okay, and then we have stuff, wood, timber. Okay. Okay, physical, substantial, important, relevant. So again, this could be somebody trying to see if somebody is relevant here. Okay, because you could go anywhere online and figure out how to start a business, how to do this, how to make that, how to whatever. The Empress probably know how to do all that shit already, but it's not her job to come on here and start no damn channel about how to cook this or how to put this together or something. Her job is to be a heralder of information, seeing it at a higher or a haughtier level where many people of many different walks of life can maybe get something from what she's saying. Now, that don't mean I got to sit here and talk like a news anchor and make everybody comfortable that comes here. You should be able to take her as she is. Law of evidence here. And again, in the law of evidence, a lot of things could be evident or evidence because people are already watching her. So if somebody's making up lies about you doing drugs or something like this and you don't do drugs, what the fuck do it matter? You know, it do matter to have to say it on here because people can't, these days, people can make it look like you're doing anything by doing some photoshopping or something here. Also putting something in your blood or shooting you up with something in your sleep or something like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's good if these kind of things come to mind to be able to, we got wait, what does it say? It says extracted with supernatural mental, supernatural, okay? All right. So again, what's the use of you being supernatural if everybody that you speaking to can't see that? Why would you dumb yourself down or dwell on just a low vibing gossip level if you have this intellect? And if you don't have it, why you acting like you have it? And where the fuck is you getting it from? If you're snatching it up from somebody else and talking about it behind the scenes, that's not your shit then. You see what I'm saying? So people can say a real high priestess don't tell everything. Why not? Because some people is not a real they just use that to cover up the fact that they don't know every fucking thing until they get a download or something, which just means that these people are spoon fed, which I'm not. I have to almost suck through a straw that's like a fucking feather, you know what I'm saying? One of the like quills of a feather or something to just even at this point, when they try to make it a desert to see where I'm getting my information from, that's almost how it's strenuous, okay? It's tiring here because the Empress does do things alone here, but it'd be nice for her to have support sometimes, okay? All these other people are like able to tap in or go somewhere or get some type of information, or they got connects here. I feel like this, okay? They're being spoon fed, sometimes off of the Empress's energy. That's why I'm saying. And once they get haughty enough, they really ready to let you know that you don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like this. Like, oh, okay. Let's see. Now, it don't mean Empress don't mean that you could sit there and hold a whole conversation for 2 hours. What are you talking about? Can everybody make out what you're talking about here? Okay? Because I know when somebody's reading a newspaper, now there is a parallel energy there, but at least we should be able to catch wind of some, you know what I'm saying? Regular any person could come there and see what you're saying or take something from what you're saying. It says the subject of mental act or a course of thought, speech, expression. Expression means expressing yourself. So me doing all this movement, my voice is changing, my tone. Tomorrow I might come back and I might be in a low vibing energy. 2 hours I might come back being drained. Right now I might be a little amped or hyped, but this is an expression. You shouldn't come here and my tone is the same all the time because I'm trying to keep a certain level of something when I'm talking to you, which could be phony. It says subject, theme, a topic. It says substance, content, character. So again, a caricature, okay, is going to have many different, it's something about being a character. You're either naturally that way or you're not. You can wear a tinfoil hat and you still can't express that energy like a real motherfucker can. It just is what it is. It says education. I should be able to learn something. It shouldn't be repetitive. It could be, but it shouldn't be all the fucking time. That means you should be able to tap into this subject, and that subject, and somebody should be able to gain something from it. Okay? All right. It says origin. So again, it might be somebody that would be in their origin. This might be why somebody might want to try to make it seem like the American Empress is not American. A source, God, a mother. Something should come out the Empress's mouth every day that is going to teach you something that resonates with you, whether you can look it up and it's in the book, take a look, or you already it resonate with you immediate. Nobody ain't said it like that. You can't no teacher in no school book teach you that shit, but word is motherfucking bond. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep moving. Okay. A subject of literary work. So again, these people will have some type of work or something that might even be like a like people have albums or something like this or whatever. It could be something like that, your whatever you have, okay? Excuse me. A main theme, narrative, story, tale, okay? So people could be like claiming to be storytellers and stuff like that, but you should be, your words and stuff should be able to engage people on many levels here. When you're doing so, if you're an entertainer or if you're someone, and I don't like to use that term, but like I said, it could get boring if somebody is just on this kind of level the whole time here, unless you high or something like that. Then anybody can tolerate it, okay? But again, a caricature is going to be someone that shows different something. You're going to get something from the energy here, all right? It says a piece of business, affair, activity, okay? Something, okay, a matter of course. Okay, so this is something else. A proceeding as a natural consequence. So again, this could be some natural consequence to something that people are doing or whatever, okay? So again, now we can read this again. It says the Empress symbolizes feminine power in the material world, in contrast to the High Priestess, who represents feminine spiritual power. Now, again, some of these women could be high priestesses because again, you're on a. If people say I weigh heavy on a spiritual, yeah, because you're a high priestess. The Empress is snatching something out the fucking ether and giving it to you, or from God and giving it to you somewhere where everybody can't access that shit. Where it's like, what is this bitch talking about? I know I feel that, but oh, you know what I'm saying? It should be something like that, but it should be able to resonate. You should be able to materialize it in this world and say, that's why they doing that, or something like this. It ain't like somebody just pulled it out their backside or something like this, okay? So again, why I might feel compromised by some of these energies, like why am I the Empress or the Son of God, and people can send me energy that can drain me? How can they do? But really, it's not like I'm sitting around here like, oh my God, they're doing this to me. I just can't. I just be like, oh, I'm so tired of this. I want people to get. I want people to pay for their actions. Okay, that's where I go directly. Why are we allowing people? Because I don't like when stuff, you know what I'm saying? Stuff is going on or something, and there's law and order or something like this, and people are not following that. Because if you let that get too out of hand, then what? Just like my little girl right now, she does these things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking about North in the media or whatever, and she's kind of like a little replica over here of a little North. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like she be getting rude or whatever, and people getting on, Kim about how she talked to her and everything like this or whatever. But I'm just thinking like, that's that something they say she's a lot like her father. But I feel like I can feel that parallel energy, okay, of what's going on with mine right now at this age. She get a little bit too. The other children that grew up all around the same age wasn't like that. They already got their own shit. They gone. She here, and it's just like sometimes I be like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like snatching my phone and stuff out my hand, and I'm just like, and she's getting me back in that energy. Now I got to pull myself back where I'm going back to that old young mother energy. Like, what the and I had to stop myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? All right. Just a little bit too grown or something like this. Okay. So again, we have this energy of the spiritual power here. So these people might be able to meditate or do something like this and whatever, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Okay? That would be more of a high priestess energy. And I feel like also the high priestesses dwell in the light and dark energy, and they dwell in like something like magic or something like this. But there's also high priestess energy that's in the biblical text. So again, my stronghold might be in the word, in the biblical essence, and their strong arm might just be in the spirit realm where they do like witchcraft or do something else. I mean, I don't know. But again, I feel like my power with the word is off the charts. Their power with whatever they're doing when I'm not in the word can kind of could penetrate or poke my bubble. But when I'm heavy in the word, this is why I feel like they don't want nobody to talk about the word. And they don't want to know that they lean on an Empress that follows the word. So people want to get rid of the book or get rid of the word. Like that's not the core element of all this shit that we're doing anyway. They want to act like it's them on their own and not something of God or that we were warned about or already showed. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? That's what I want to say. Okay? They want to act like it's just, oh, look at my fingertips. I just poured that out on you from just me. No, there's a real God energy. Okay? That people is not really recognizing. They're really, some of these people are really resonating on the, well, not material, but like, something about looking at their gain and how they look and their nails done and the lace front as, what I'm saying, looking right or whatever, as, weighing out their spiritual something here. Okay. Mm. It says a card of beauty and creativity. The Empress is depicted as the universal mother. So this is a universal energy, but somebody's trying to claim the universe. You can't claim the universe. And in any ways, the universe is going to end up dying. We talking about authorical energy here. And we're talking about also the master of the motherfucking universe that's towering over the universe. Okay? The universe or the uni something is like a united stand front or something of these people that, okay, maybe make the world go round, but they should not be in control of that world card essence, and they should not be able to try to maneuver or manipulate the Empress's energy in any motherfucking way. That's how I'm looking at it. Okay. So again, this could be a universal mother. Somebody could be trying to claim that, okay? Governs procreation. So if you're talking about procreation, this is like probably before creation or something like this, okay? So again, this is like a Empress saying no. You know what I'm saying? We can't have these particular type of people doing these particular jobs. This is how humanity gets going in the wrong direction. Listen to what I'm saying. If we sit here and say, okay, oh, y'all ain't gonna like this. Okay, Obama made, gay marriage legal. Okay. Okay. Now, let's just say, it seems like everybody can be what they want to be here, right? Okay. We don't see anybody like rallying around trying to beat up transgenders, and they seem to be having more power and flex than anybody on the planet right now. So we could just knock that shit off right there. Okay. They've been getting jobs already, even for decades already. So it's not a thing. But let's just imagine we woke up one day and everybody that was running the world was somebody that was looking at you as if they were a woman, but their mental level was not a woman. All of them would be men. Okay? And who would stand for the womb or the mother or humanity as a mothering energy here? Men don't raise children or look at children the same way that women do. It's just a thing. So if every president, let's just think about that. We're not talking about I'm not saying anything about these people if this was so. But let's just think if every president had a transgender wife, if every first lady was really a man, could you see why today women's body parts could be in effect? Could you see why people would allow for these women that they're married to and they have these positions of power would be able to do things to affect other women in their home with them being ignorant to what the fuck is going on at the top? There will not be nobody say that don't seem right or that's not even humane. There would be no one to say enough is enough. You're doing what to women? Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is a man's world energy. So again, are we going back into this? They just brought this shit down to a lower level or earthly level here. And we really still dealing with this type of energy here. It's not nothing personal against these people. It's just saying that it could get out of hand. If we woke up and you realize that everybody, no matter if they're wearing a dress or not, in the judicial system is really a fucking man. Do you see what that would do for actual women? That would be a very harmful, detrimental thing to fucking know. It says nurturing. There will not be any nurturing because men don't normally nurture. They're normally not attentive to what the children need. They're about business, money, leadership, running around making plans with different nations and shit like that. That's what they're thinking about. They're not even thinking about nurturing anything. Unless we're talking about a man that gets in his age of retirement. Most men that, I'm thinking about like a gardener or something like this. Most men that do that and tend to things, it's after they retire or they get a little bit older or something, a little calm down or something like this. And then they may start doing something like that, gardening or something as a hobby or something like this. But you don't, I bet you if we did some type of poll on how many 20-year-old men are gardening, you probably would not find that many. Do you understand what I'm saying? It says the security and comfort of home. Now, men can do that. I've been seeing so-called gay men having the crib laid. You understand what I'm saying? It be clean too. You know what I'm saying? But again, they're not also some of them are now, being parents and stuff like this, but it still will never, ever, ever be the same as a woman that is raising a child. It will be suffice, possibly, but it will never be the same. It's important for me to say it will never. Now, they may even do a better job of doing it because they be thinking with logic or something like this, but that child is going to miss out on a nurturing effect that the woman would have given them, because you can act like a woman if you want, but you're not. That's why a transgender person should be labeled as a transgender person, no matter what's between their legs or what they have altered. I don't care what anybody says. You can get mad if you want. They should have their own bathrooms or restrooms in public that says that, and that's where they should go. It shouldn't even be a question if they should be in a male or female. It should just be that's what it is. And nobody should get offended by it. It shouldn't even be offensive. It shouldn't be offensive. People are wondering if a man can give birth, okay, and they saying no. Then listen, then can a transgender man that is really a man say that he is a woman? No, because it's not. And I don't care what you say. You can get mad the fuck if you want. Everybody can be comfortable here. Heterosexual energy should not be compromised because somebody that's transgender might get triggered, because it's not even talking about talking down on these particular people. It's just saying what it is. And I told you guys, it's a thing that people do, that when they hear somebody mention anything about what they are, what they do, if I was sitting here talking about, a certain sexual preference or something like this, or if I was talking about somebody's color or something, people get triggered automatically. They get directly in their emotions and in their feelings, and they don't want to hear anything else, or they want to just start throwing missiles. They're not even want to finish what you're saying. They don't want to finish hearing anything. I could just say transgender right now and not say nothing else about it, and somebody's going to feel some kind of way about it. They're probably going to only listen to the rest of this conversation to see what else is this bitch going to say, so I could go ahead and let her have it. You see what I'm saying? But comedians and things can say, well, black people do this and white people do this, and it's so funny and everything like that. Do you see what I'm saying? How weird that is? All right. So it says the security and comforts of home, the domestic harmony. She usually shown in a mature female figure. Okay, so again, this could be like, again, somebody that is a voluptuous person, possibly. Okay, we can't really tell what this dress thing on or whatever, but that could be something like that. Okay, a full figured kind of energy or something like this. Sometimes seated on a throne, sometimes. Okay, and it says sometimes in nature, surrounded by flowers and vegetation. All right, so again, I don't know, because I keep hearing something about flowers. But again, this could be a field of poppy. Do you want to be there? Do you want to be in that field with on the Wizard of Oz when they had to walk through that field and they start getting sleepy? Wow. Okay. And vegetation indicating fruitfulness. Okay. Mm. I don't know why I seen the eggplant emoji. So this could be an energy of like a community energy. All right. It says the Empress is linked to Venus, okay, which is a goddess of love and war and all these things, okay. It says the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure. And some tarot decks include the astrology glyph for the planet on this card, okay. Now, this is funny how it says in vegetation. It don't say plants, you know? It don't say plants. It don't say plants. It's very, what it says here, like I said, is very something about what it's saying here. So again, this is making me think about alpha females don't run in packs. Again, a lot of people will say we need plants for this, we need plants for that, but that plant word could also be talking about people that are foreign to a place, that are planted in a place to feed the people what they think. It's not natural or actually viable with the people that they're so again, let's just say there's a group of people that are um like, we're noticing that most tarot readers, if they stated where they came from, could be coming from the islands or coming from different places. You see what I'm saying? It's just detrimental to know that, because, and if they're having these views in the minds of people, you know what I'm saying, it's very detrimental. Like, that you're not taking on some others. uh, it's very detrimental, I think. Because if people are saying, oh, forget that, we want the plants, it's just, like I said, being a word girl, it just strikes me because, do people know? You know what I'm saying? That some of these plants are not natural to this place. So if you start eating off of those plants, or listening to those plants, or sitting at the feet of those plants, it can turn you away from your own God, your own land, your own, if these are not plants that are homegrown. They can also be sent there with the mission to do this, turn you away from what's natural to you. So you think you don't need that's natural to you anymore. That's just on another level, on a spiritual level here. I'm just thinking about, again, with the Indians, they sent plants in. These are spies, or what else can you call these, scouts or something like this here. Some of them grew up amongst the tribes and they were half breed or something like this. And those were more likely the ones that would be working for the government or working for other, agencies or something throughout the tribes here, but they were well trusted here. But then could you imagine not knowing what they talk about when they go to the big bosses or the big chief or the great chief's house, which is what they used to call the White House, or the president, okay? So let's just keep that in mind as well. Because again, these could be people that are using other things, again, that Americans may be oblivious to, all right? Some type of spell casting or crafting or something that you are oblivious to, but is very powerful and potent when it comes to these particular people here. This ain't hating on nobody. It's just saying what the truth is, because America gonna be worried about her own. And it's a shame that her own is mad at her for being worried about her own in the basics and what's natural or what's authentic first. And then we could talk about the other shit. It would be abnormal for America to reject who would be representing America more than anybody right now, for something that feels safe or feels calm or feels like it's soothsaying. Because just because I'm talking to you about things that should alert you, that don't mean that should take into your rest of your day and turn it into a day where you just in panic mode or something. It should be the information that I give, or whoever else should be able to, you should observe what you, oh, okay, and then move on with your day. It shouldn't put you in a panic or have you frantic or anything, but it should have you aware. And as you look around or you listen, you could incorporate this in things that you're detecting, seeing, feeling, picking up on, or something. I feel like it still has something to do with spirituality. The lady is the goddess of femininity, energy behind manifest nature, the bestowed of fertility and creativity, who brings all seed to fruition. So this could be also why these people, there's a little poem or something here. Anna Franklin. So this is a fish energy. Okay, the Franklin coat of arms has a fish on it, like a fish out of water. It also makes me think about the fish that's on the water by the King of Cups. But again, it's saying all seed to fruition. So again, this could be also why people were messing around doing womb magic. Or again, doing womb magic on certain individuals, because it could seem like these women are not fruitful. Or also when you get to the heighten of your, if some of these people could have been your mothers or people that was brought into your family and planted there and shit like this, to discourage or to make it look like these are more fruitful energies and you're not. But all the time, all these people are harvesting off of your fucking energy here. Okay, so again, it's saying here to bring all seed to fruition. So if these people can make it seem like you can't be abundant, or if they can block money or hold out on your money, okay, get into your man's head some kind of way, physical, emotionally, or some other kind of way, to block things from coming to you, to make things easy for you to finish manifesting something. Remember what I said about, all my life it felt like I get up to this plateau, even if I feel like the spouse is not supportive or something, I could get myself up and running and get myself where I'm vibing cool and everything like this. And as soon as I get up there, it's like this energy comes in. But now I'm seeing it may not be the masculine, it could be feminines that's over these masculines that have been doing spell work in families or something like this for a very long time. I didn't think about that before. That could be the hateration energy here, because they know once you get that ball and once you step off that cliff and you step onto whatever it is, you know, it's a done motherfucking deal for anybody else that's coming behind. All right. So that's why they could have let these women get let them get a starter up or a run up, and then tell me 2 years after they figure out where they're going to place everybody, that go ahead and bloom now. But I know you had a hold of my shit all this time. Why? You know what I'm saying? So again, this is also failure to launch. They want to get you a point, and now it's men that's in on it because they jealous of the energy as well here. So this could be that failure to launch energy. Somebody want to what was it? Oh, I think it was on Coraline, when it said that some of the people turned back into a pumpkin like the father. Okay, so this is after brutal, like throwing heavy spell work on somebody for years straight, like all their life, and especially for the past couple of years. You know what I'm saying? And then show somebody when they're down, and also deplete or make it tight around. You know what I'm saying? Raising up taxes for everybody. So again, now it's tight for people. So, you know, it's kind of something like this. When all these other people like, we hustling, we winning around here. We winning around here. Look at this, what I'm doing. I got a new car and all this other shit. And then there's other people that's struggling right now. But again, we're realizing that some of these are plants that were sent in here to also get attachments to lands that now some of our children are not going to have attachments to, because they didn't take us into, some people maybe didn't get the same training as others on how to farm the land or how to do this, like they did what Martin Luther King said back in the day, that they brought the people in from different countries and they put them on the farms. They taught them how to farm. They gave them the money to farm. They paid them to go to college to learn how to farm, and all this shit, all on government money. So this is the same thing that they're doing right now. You should go back and listen to that speech and break it down the way we do it on this motherfucking platform. So again, we're seeing the Empress represents strong feminine energy and may describe a mother figure or a mature, artistic, creative person. So again, this could be why people are attacking your spirit, your creativity. Whether she rules the home or business. So that mean that she can be of home and business, or home or business, okay? It's no one should be least than the other. No Empress, if her man got business going on outside of the house, she should be aware of that business, because if something goes the wrong way, or if he gets pulled in some bullshit with bringing another feminine in, a third party that she's unaware of, that is detrimental. Why would you want to sneak and hide in? Why would you want to be off in the cut? You on here talking about how you a boss bitch and how you this and that and whoop de woo, but you've been playing second fiddle to a family here. And also being hiding in the dark and sending conflict towards that family, that original woman that was a part of the family, and those children. That don't make no sense. How the fuck do you know me and I don't know you? I don't know what tribal energy, I feel like when we look at this in other cultures, you see the woman coming in, it's obvious that he's getting another woman. Y'all take her in, teach y'all how you do the shit around the house or something. There's no lurking. That is fucking strange to me. Okay? Where I got to go in the tarot community to find out if it's a third party attached to my shit or not. That should be illegal. Because that can be detrimental to somebody here. Okay? spiritual or otherwise. Some of this stuff can't, again, like I said, some of this stuff is not televised. Some of this stuff is, we talk about things that are past, present, future, things that are seen and unseen here. All right. It says a card of fertility. She signifies abundance of all kinds and shows your capacity for nurturing, caring, and supporting others as well as yourself. So again, a narcissistic person is not somebody that don't want to never watch their nieces and nephews, that don't never think they got time, or they don't never want the children over their house because it's going to get dirty or messy. You know what I'm saying? Is they're not thinking about, you know, those things like that to stop them from enjoying others or something like this. You know, now again, to protect your energy, you may, but these other things, is normally not. Okay. Again, I've been a supporter of all these people. Again, people could look at me within the past couple years and say that changed, but that's because I'm on a self journey, a self kind of something journey with source right now. Okay. So again, it's but all my life I've been like this, a supporter of other people here. Okay. I might not show up to every party you have, but again, if you need me, I'm fucking there. Okay. It says sometimes this card refers to your own mother. Okay. In a man's reading, the Empress may encourage him to recognize the feminine components in himself. Okay. All right. But I don't like this because this has made me think automatically, okay, of some type of you know, you know what I'm saying? Because if she's like a masculine energy or something like this here, or a strong figure, sometimes it's hard here. But I feel like that's going through the motions here, depending on how available that man is. I think this also is talking about spiritual unions here, where men can look at what a woman goes to on another level here. It maybe not be talking about like the physical world here, but it could be, like I said, something here, okay? Feminine component in himself. So I feel like these are onlookers here. But this could also be a hijack for transgender energies to watch women and learn how to be women here. And if somebody's doing that in the background and you don't know about it, and again, once a masculine energy is with a masculine energy and that's what they like, it's kind of hard for a feminine energy to compete with that. So again, let's be careful and just see that if this is what this is, or is this some type of hijack here? Okay. Where people could be a role model or something like this for transgenders, but that's just inviting. And we got the Daughter of Baskets, but that's just inviting somebody in, you know, and once you let that shit in, you know what I'm saying? Because a man gonna please a man in a certain way that you can't do. So there's no, you can't really compete with that. All right. So again, in the reading about money, the Empress indicates good fortune and success. You possess abundant resources and know how to use them productively. So even just because I know how to make books, I know how to make any fucking thing in the craft world that you want me to make. I probably got the shit to make it. All right. But I feel like, again, during, like I said, war and famine and stuff, if the woman had to hold down the fort and be also keep her mind right, or keep her, you know, be that security or something for the household, it's hard for her to want to make some shit and be cutting and pasting shit. You know what I'm saying? So again, I feel like, again, but the abundance that somebody would carry is like, I could, you know, teach people, or I can learn, or I can do shit myself, or I can make anything you want me to make. You want me to make some earrings? I can make that. A necklace? I can make that. A card or some shit? I can make that. A gift basket? You know, it's something like this here. Okay. So, but then again, if you are about productivity, you can be productive in everything like this. But it depends on these. It depends on, at least now going into the future, this social credit system, whether they're going to let you thrive or not. So you can sit here and make all the baskets you want, all the blankets you want. But if these people are trying to make you worship some beast system or something like this, and you refuse to do it, they cannot let you participate. All right, just know that. Okay, so you might have to pedal out on the streets if they even allow you, because then we have shit that have to do with like code and stuff like this, where you have to have some type of license or something to be able to do something like this. But again, just because you can create the stuff doesn't matter, doesn't mean that somebody's going to allow you to. And I did say it like that. Because with these new systems, that these social credit systems, they can allow you to fly on an airplane in China. They can allow you to do certain things that they want. Now, what if low key the northern parts of America is really China right now? And that's why the chariot has been in reverse for some people here. This is why they can give you bad wings and say when you can fly or not. Whoa. Okay. I heard take the train. So I don't know if that's a threat to somebody that might be driving somewhere. Okay. Mother of baskets in reverse here. Okay. This is like an entrepreneur card to me. Okay. She can also recommend joining resources with a partner or a group to increase financial gain. So this could be somebody that's looking for a twin. Again, that could be on her same level here, which is the Emperor. It's not a knight. It's the Emperor. And it, I guess, depending on what part of your life you're in, business or home, as to what part, maybe you've been in an Empress in home energy, and now you want to be a Empress in business, then you may need a partner that's an Emperor that knows something about business. You didn't have to have a partner, to be a mother. You just needed a mate that was going to provide. Or even if you had to be a part of that providing, but it's more about being with a provider at that time that provides a home where you don't have to worry about things, the bills is paid and shit like this. And then when you go into that business aspect, maybe this is somebody that, can also take you as you are, but be able to mold something here or mold something with you or create something here to increase the financial gains. But this also could be meaning that you're going to have to have some kind of connect to a lord or something in the future in order. You can't, they trying to say like the Empress can't be one herself, I feel. Okay. And have her own finances or something to be able to build herself. They're trying to make it like the Empress has to have a partner. No. So again, to increase, if emperors or the Emperor is rejecting his real Empress, he can't just go get another Empress. Everybody knew who the fuck the Emperor and Empress is. He could have a high priestess, but she ain't gonna be the Empress. It says, if the reading is about work, you're involved in a creative project and giving to your all and success is likely. She may show you that you've got things under control or advise you to take charge in the work congenially towards a common goal. So again, some people take offense if you tell them something. They think they know everything. So you would have to have an Emperor that's also open to hearing your point of view, not just an unrequited one-sided something where he's leaning on his high priestess or another bitch to tell him something and you don't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying, what y'all are supposed to be having going on. That wouldn't even make no sense, okay? It says the Empress's message to you is finding harmony, unite desperate factors, and reconcile differences for the good of all. Like I said, for all. That's why she is an all God or an all-seeing energy. And if it's good for all, it should be able to be shared with all. It shouldn't be in secret here. It says in a reading about love, the card symbolizes a mature, loving relationship based on mutual respect. Yes. Trust and affection. It also indicates a powerful sexual connection. So this means that this sexual energy could be you talking about business together, and this person is in on every single thing that you're doing. You don't mind telling them something, or hey, you should do it like this or something like this. Okay. Or let's do it like this or something like this. But it also can be meaning physical. So how is an Emperor and Empress gonna move past some point if they're not gonna be able to be physical and sexual to some kind of with each other? That's why I like to think about the Emperor as somebody that's cleft in the rock, but there also should be a physical attribute to that man, in person here. Especially if the connection is off. If the connection has been severed or somebody did something mentally to this woman to disconnect her from God or something here, okay? Or if she's doing something, there should be a physical attribute to this person here that can meet her where she's at here. And again, a lot of people might have some issues with, things being blocked, okay? and they need somebody to, you know, it's not a thirsty thing, and it's not a something. It's just something. I mean, it just really is. In some cases, the Empress may refer to pregnancy or the desire for pregnancy. So this could be somebody that wants to build. I want to build. What the fuck is we doing sitting here or whatever like this? Why I feel like you building with other people, you're not building with me, right? It's almost making me think about that show with Hippolyta. I can never remember the name of the show, and I think Robert Townsend maybe was her husband, and she kept on asking him, can she go on the road with him? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So again, and this could also be, somebody that want to be pregnant. But like I said, if we got everybody claiming the Empress, and some of these people can't deliver, have children, then you have a system that's underground here that turns into trafficking and all these other things, and surrogacy illegal. That I just feel like that's what it is. Energy harvesting and shit like that. When there's plenty of people out here that would do it after you asked them. But this person, I feel like if they never have no babies coming out their womb, you can't really necessarily call yourself an Empress. Now, I don't know what they're doing with these rooms that they creating right now, okay? Where they saying that a man could maybe have a womb and have a baby. I don't know. They could have been doing this shit already. But I'm just saying. There's still natural attributes to a woman that she has, and a natural attributes to a man that they have. It says, okay, now this is the last part. It says, with a deeper instinct, choose a man who compels my strength, who makes enormous demand on me, who does not doubt my courage and my toughness, who does not believe me naive or innocent, okay? Who has the courage to treat me like a woman. All right, this is by Anais Nin, the Dahlia of Venus. Because I feel like if they do try to treat this person as innocent, when her bad side come out, they're like, whoa, oh my God. And some women that don't like to express themselves, they could be more masculine energies, or they might be a man. And, if you can't express that part of yourself, and some people will hide that part of themselves until they get the man or get married or something, and then that true nature will come out. All right. So let's read this real quick with the Empress in reverse, and I'm done. All right. So it's saying the Empress reverse reminds you to nurture yourself. So again, when you catch an Empress on her chaise or on her chair or laying back, that's nurturing yourself. Okay. It says, have you been spending too much time caring for others? Sometimes that can be a problem when you're a mother. You can lose yourself. Even when you're in the spirit realm handling something for other people, you can lose yourself. It says, are other people demands wearing you out? This could be what it was for somebody. All right. A lot could have been on somebody's shoulder. They could do this on purpose to wear the Empress out early so they can try to swap out the energy of the Empress, or bring somebody in that they've been getting money with on the side and put them in the, because that's what the bitch wanted in the first place, to put them in the place of the Empress. And now your Empress look whooped. And you've been out there, got money for hoes and clothes, but you did not nurture your woman at home. And now, since you up and you stuck, you've been giving this hoe some money. You'll rather bring her in than bring your Empress up that been through this battle sometimes by her fucking self, and for you to go ahead and feed into what she needs, find out what she needs after being depleted, and be okay with giving her that without a problem. Because you have to think about those times when she nurtured you like a little baby, spoon feeding you that soup when you was acting like you was about to die because you just had a cold. Making sure the children in the bed by 7 o'clock and shutting their damn mouth because you got to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Laying up in that bed with them to coddle them and put them to sleep on your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like this, because they won't be quiet, and you need to make sure that they do be quiet. See, people forget about that. And then they usually look at the woman back at home that's their Empress energy or something like this, or their woman at home, regardless if it's the Empress or just a relationship, okay? and they don't want to put that same something into that woman. But again, a lot of times they know the power of that woman. And if they put that in that woman, either they're afraid this woman is going to leave them, or they're afraid that people is going to give attention to that Empress too. So you could come up with another hoe in the background, but you got your Empress at home. Like you got your, and it is the same thing that people will come up to a woman and say, oh, you out here looking good in the streets and in the club, but your children at home with nappy hair and stuff like this. It's the same type of aspect to me. Are you neglecting your own personal needs? This is the card of the exhausted woman who is trying, this is it in reverse, okay? Who is trying to balance a full-time career and caring for her children. Now, again, let's imagine the Empress energy that your full-time career is working for God or working for a certain energy or whatever, but you find out that people been having you out on contracts in the background and taking all the money for themselves and utilizing your energy or something like this. Excuse me. So you may not know why you're so tired, but people could be really pulling on your energy or something like this here. And they expect you, you may not have asked for nothing, but these people know, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like even certain things that you could have helped this masculine energy, get their juices flowing on, the whatever finances or whatever abundance should have been coming to you, now they're giving it to this bitch. Okay. It says with caring for children and her home. Now you get tired, you depleted, you're not watching dishes and stuff, but you're not getting what you need either because this motherfucker out there giving it to somebody else. Fine, even if you somebody that like the money just to go shopping, and that's what you want that nigga to bring home, or if it's loving that you want him to bring home. A lot of men are not ready to put back into their women. A lot of these men are going to men that look like women or something else that they don't have to put back into. They're not taking accountability for what their real full attributes are that they should be doing in the house, and so busy to drag a woman that's doing the best she can. Even single mothers that they house might be filthy, or they might got a lot of kids, or they might have something like this, or they might be depressed, or they might not get up and get up and do their hair every day or something like this. You forget that somebody didn't have a choice. They sat there and took care of them fucking kids. And some people knew she had 2 kids already or 3 kids already and sat there and popped another one in her. Saw how she kept her house or something like this. Okay? And then they want to try to say anything to these women when these are men that don't barely show up or ain't paying their child support or not coming in spending time with the children and helping clean up or something like this. You better get the fuck up out of here. And then got the nerves to be watching these women in their homes and try to see how you could take their fucking children when you didn't want them before. What the fuck you want them for now? Energy harvesting. These are also some of these starseed fathers that sit there and watch their children struggle or watch you struggle with these children. It would rather you to get on food stamps or some shit like this instead of them being the one to bring it to you. Some of these people will take care of other people's fucking children, take care of their woman that's another bitch, but won't, just because you the mother of their child, won't make sure that they bring you some flowers or something once in a while. Not on no other shit, but the fact that you the mother of their children and they see what the fuck you go through. People better check their motherfucking self. Now, if again, at 50% of fathers that don't have to really show up for their children, you know what I'm saying? The least the fuck you can do. Why is you worried about if she about to buy something extra like a fucking wig or something with the money that you give for child support? If them kids got food in their motherfucking stomach, or if the child or food stamps paying for half their fucking food and you not, who gives a fuck? That woman got to be right in order to take care of them fucking children the right way, and your motherfucking ass if you married. People gotta stop now. I done been through it all. I done been through all stages, and I done seen a lot. To the point where motherfuckers be like, well, I'm gonna give Johnny $5 for McDonald's, but I don't know what the rest of your kids gonna do. Nigga, you ain't shit. Nobody saying you got to do it every single time. Nobody saying you got to do it one time. But I'm just saying, when do people really look after other motherfuckers here? And these are people that got the nerves to try to tell somebody else something or try to tell these women anything. In the government, you want to tell these women something and you can't even make sure you put these niggas in jail when they don't pay that fucking child support, or you check these motherfuckers in these kingdom spouse energies that been able to benefit off the energy of women, and then they end up leaving these women, and even if there's some taking up your time or your energy or something like this, deplete it and go on to the next bitch, and then have these secret marriages or whatever to suck or funnel information or money out of these women while they in a low, that's a succubus fucking energy or incubus energy. While they in a low vibing energy because they got to do it all themselves. And now a lot of grandmas don't get to stay at home, or they not at home or something like this in the garden and shit like my grandma was. They got to still work, or they don't want nothing to do with no fucking kids. They busy getting their nails done and being in the streets they own damn self. I'm just saying. Where's the community? These are people that's judging people. Where's the community of people that go in and step in and then try to give these women some program or something to give these women a day the fuck off or something? I know how it is to sit in the house 24 hours a day, every motherfucking day of the week with children. And no friend, because friends, especially if you're a younger mother, the friends don't want to come around no more. They could be out there fucking with your real emperor or something. This is what I believe happened to me. They could be out there running the nation with your old emperor while he's spending your fucking money that he inherited because of y'all connection, or because you got married and somebody showed him. They ain't show you how to get it. They showed him how to get it. So he can just take it and be with other bitches with it. Like we can't pick, and they fuck with you subconsciously or using sleep hypnosis. Like that shit don't weigh on your subconscious, and also weigh as a weight on that. Some of that shit you don't even know that you had to deal with. Some of it is buried so deep that you will never, no matter how much shadow work you do, be able to get to that shit. And sometimes when these masculine energies come in, they do help dig or drill some of that shit up and leave you not even knowing what the fuck to do with it. I know we talking on many different levels, but I'm just saying. All of this is an aspect of why things are the way that they are. You have to address that. We can keep talking about the surface. Scientists can keep telling you about what the fuck it is, or you could come here or to platforms like this, and we can tell you what it is too. Hell, with the government, maybe they should also supply something. You see what I'm saying? Where women can have a place to go and drop their motherfucking kids off. So you ain't got to put secret cameras in there to see her at her stressed out level because nobody's helping her with these children. And she may be stressed out, but you putting a camera in there to show that she unfit so you can have some type of reins on somebody here, or some type of blackmail or leverage or something over someone. For a father that don't even show up for the child or ain't paid no motherfucking child support. How dare you? For his family and his friends that don't even call and see how the child never even called to come see the fucking child to see how listen to me. And they out here ridiculing these women in the streets as if women can't also pick up on that fucking energy, especially if you intuitive. And not know where it's coming from. And it's not fair because some of these people probably even know where you live or something like this, and you don't know where they are, to the point where it could be a danger to you. And also with this weaponizing people, using people's energy and fucking with other people. Your friend, these younger people having friends or a boyfriend or something like this, and they switch up and start acting all strange and shit on them and recording them and shit, talking about suing. Like, y'all got some old other shit going on around here. So again, it says here, this card is the exhausted woman who is trying to balance a full-time career and caring for children and her home. Perhaps you need to develop. And again, what if some of these women have been trolling your relationship all this time, and this is why your man can't give you that mental or that emotional, because they doing it telepathically with somebody else the whole time, or they out there in the streets doing it with somebody else. Could you imagine if you had a masculine energy that don't like to hug or nothing like this, and then somebody showed you a tape of this motherfucker cuddling with some bitch and doing all this romantic shit, and you been up at this motherfucking house with this nigga all this time, and then now he got the money from whatever the fuck y'all made together, and they show you this motherfucker taking some bitch around the country? That shit should be clause for murder on motherfucking site. There's some kind of gift, or there's some kind of something with it's some kind of something that there is where somebody can kind of literally be in two places at one time. And that's what I wonder what this is about, this clone energy, and why some of us can pick up on these interdimensional something, but you see your person standing in front of you like, what, when would he have time to do that shit? This nigga for 20 years been going straight to his motherfucking job and come. When do he got time to do all? But you can pick up on somebody doing this. It's because it's probably got a clone, or they left you with the clone and the real nigga out there doing whatever it is. And then the woman is at home and she want to stick to her relationship. This for some people, you might have a normal relationship, or what you think would be normal considered what the fuck you grew up seeing. All right. And it could look like pretty good to you or something like this. You may not know it's nothing wrong unless somebody else on the outside looking in. It ain't you running around acting like your relationship perfect. And people might, girl, you got the perfect. And you like, don't say that shit. Don't nobody got the perfect. But then really these people just hating on you and talking shit about you think you all that because you got the perfect this. And you ain't never treated nobody like that. And you ain't never thought that. You ain't never thought that. These people might be well dressed, got more cars and more money in their pocket than you have, just because, you know what I'm saying, you might have moved out of the ghetto or something like this. They just automatically judge you. Family members that don't, they say you don't call, but the phone go both ways. Perhaps you need to develop your creative abilities. And again, like I said, a lot of shit that I talk about is because I went through it, I healed from it, I seen it for what it is, or whatever it is. Nobody's dwelling on anything. I'm pretty sure other people are still dealing. We didn't just wake up today. People like, get over. No, we didn't just wake up today, and there's not somebody out there that's still dealing with this energy here. And I'm pretty sure once tarot came in, was really big in the Black community in the past 2 years or 3, that this has also altered the way that these women have, or maybe got them watching tarot readings all day and they not cleaning up and everything like this, but it's sustaining them going through all the other shit that they're going through, and also wanting to know more about what these things that they're picking up on, but they can't see. So now these people start treating these tarot readers like they're God. Like, I see all things. Well, if there's brought to my attention, I can, and I'm not saying that I can see what you doing over here and you doing over there, but again, when something brought to my attention, I see. All right. So again, it says, in reading about money, the reverse Empress can indicate indulgence, overspending, or luxuries, or greed. So some of these bitches don't want you to have nothing, and they calling themselves the Empress. They happy that they splurging, that your man sending them flowers, or the head guy is sending them flowers, and you ain't been getting shit, and they can watch you in your house not getting shit no more. That's not a nurturing energy. They can say it out their mouth all the fuck they want, but I know some of these bitches are stalkers, and I know what the fuck they do and say behind the scenes, and I can see your motherfucking soul, bitch. So you can't fool me. You can fool that nigga by twisting your ass around in his face, but you can't fool me. It says, conversely, she may mean you're lazy or a slipshod when it comes to earning a living. Now, again, these are people that's also working with the government and other affiliations here that can pull strings to make it seem like you're not able to produce something here. I'm talking about puppeteering or playing with people's livelihood or their fucking life. Bringing chaos magic into the household, so you don't want to think, you can't even think about nothing else, that's pleasant, or your hobbies that you used to do. You only trying to think about what's going on, what attack could be coming towards you, or something like this. If you can't ground yourself and see that some of this is projected, and then figure out the important things that you should be trying to protect yourself from. And if you are an empath and you work better alone or at home or something, and you really don't do well working like in a certain depressing, because most people are not doing the job that they want to do. Okay, so if you in a warehouse or something like this all day, and most of these motherfuckers don't want to be there, and you're gonna feel that, you're gonna pick up on that energy. All right. It says, or you're too generous with other people. So this could be also, like I said, generous. But again, I want to make a note on this, because a lot of us have been too generous, but we didn't know that that's what we're doing. We're just thinking that, some of you didn't even know about spirituality at all, or you didn't even know all these people were in your energy all this time. So you wake up to realize that there's another part of this shit here. All right. And there have always been people there. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of these people, it's almost seeming like they're talking about what you agreed to, but you never did. Why you might be feeling depleted because you agreed, or you allow people to be in your energy. What do you mean? No, I did not. That means people were going and sneaking behind the scenes and harvesting my energy. Let's call it what it is. And you one of the people that's been doing it to somebody, and that's why you trying to lighten up the load and try to make it seem like it's not what the fuck it is. Because then if this is the case, I should be able to go to some docket or something, and or a computer screen somewhere at a public place, and put up they should have a twin flame fucking kiosk, and I can see who been in my energy, what the fuck they been doing there, and so on and so forth, so I can know who the fuck I need to talk to if some shit go down. Okay? So again, that's what I'm saying. Some of you did not. Even if you had a twin flame, you just knew that somebody was there. You were not agreeing to anything. This is how these people get you. And then you deplete it, okay? If the reading is about your job, so let's stop trying to make that shit like it's like normalize that shit right there. Because I'm very intelligent and I'm very watchful, and I don't play no fool for no fucking body. It's hard to fool me. But if you have some shit that I can't see, and that I can't combat with, or I can't fight back, or I can't be present in what to having a say so and what the fuck is going on with my energy, because now I know that my energy is something for me abundant, or it is something that even I fucking need to be able to, what am I want to say about that? Okay, it's valuable. Okay, my energy is valuable, and my energy is mainly just for me. It shouldn't be for people that's stealing it. Okay, for me to be able to spread that amongst my family or whoever else, the world, in a sense, with this Empress energy. So again, some people could look like you've been, I'm hearing silly sidewinder, or you might be, but that's not your fault here. But these people that's telling you this, they know the code. They know the code behind the scenes. They know the code. And they like to make you feel like, oh man, I was stupid or something like this. No, you won't be able to do it with me. Because I'm going to call a motherfucking spade a spade. It says, if the reading is about your job, this card suggests lack of confidence and the abilities may hold you back. Now, some of you are very confident, but these motherfuckers out here, just because they, doing something else is making it seem like you're not confident. I got this damn dress on like this moo dress, and I'm still feeling confident. No bra, my boobs are sagging a little bit, and I'm feeling confident. My hair been all up. I think in that video I said, I'm looking a mess, y'all. I'm looking like a cockamamie something today, but I'm still confident. That don't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people should know that just because people are not getting up and doing something every day doesn't mean that they're depressed. And your abilities may hold you back. Perhaps you feel thwarted or unvalued. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Because then also that can lead to, if you're dealing with like a clone energy or something, that could lead to infidelity, I feel. Because there's no, I'm sorry, that's my stomach, y'all. So again, that could lead to like infidelity or something like this here. And I feel like it's a horrible thing for a person to be a clone and able to watch, or have you with a clone and be able to watch you outside of the house and be getting jealous and mad about you while they fucking around doing whatever they want to do, because they might see you with this clone, or they might see you with a motherfucker that's not with the clone. Nigga, you wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? I'm seeing if you was there. You wasn't there, but they have access to your Akashic. They can work with the government and find out things and see things about you that they should not see. They can attach a female to you as a black cat energy to be a mimicry energy. And this person is telling this person, and the whole time she behind the scenes like, yeah, wooty wooty woo. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, once they build whatever it is that this motherfucker should have been building with you in the first place, this bitch running off with your nigga. And she's showing him how to do the shit behind the scenes that you don't know about. How to get the trust fund money, how to do this, how to do that. And this could lead to premeditated murder. Again, whether it's paper genocide or otherwise. It says this Empress represents someone who doesn't play nice with others or won't cooperate at work. Okay, so again, this could be people saying that you're not cooperating at work, but they've severed communication. That's just it. This is what I know. They've severed communication with you, a company, a corporation, an intricacy or industry, or a male, because now they're in a position of rankings. And they act like you're being stubborn or this, that, and that. And then this can lead to these men coming in and sending in probes and attacks that will mess with your body or fuck up your energy here. So now this is somebody being a slave fucking master in 2023. Yes, I'm calling it the fuck out. Somebody having to control over what somebody's putting in your food or drink or in your body. Somebody having control over what somebody can come in and do to your genitals or your body some kind of way. Okay? Like you a fucking cow or something. This is somebody that you don't even know. You may not even know that you have a third party connected. So stop acting like people, yeah, you recuperating, you let people do. No, you did. Nobody didn't let nobody. That's them making you try to agree to the fuck what they did, so you can't call it out for what it is. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let's get this done. All right. It says in a reading about love, you may be giving this might be some root work for a lot of motherfuckers to see what's really going on here. So anybody talking about leave that shit behind is the motherfuckers that been stealing shit from behind, and your ass is gonna pay. Period. I'm not nobody that's sitting here just saying you're gonna pay and I'm ripping people off in the background like some of these hoes. I'm somebody that it actually was done to, and I am the motherfucking Empress. It's highly aspected in my motherfucking lifetime. You understand? In a reading about love, you may be giving too much of or shouldering more than your share of the responsibilities in a relationship. Strike a balance between your needs and your partners. In some cases, this card can show disinterest in sex, fertility, and infidelity here. Oh, that's what I just said too. But again, this could also be spell work in the background. Okay. This can be spell work in the background. This could be also you connected to your real person that is not around you no more, but you know that there's a distance or something here. And the clone is supposed to be suffice. And you may not know you was with a clone. But again, I feel like, again, it's hard to figure out, but it keeps making me think about God doesn't dwell in temples made by man's hands. So this might be why you ain't getting substantial whatever, and that this nigga out here tricking off with hundreds of bitches and you sitting at or doing something else with businesses or something like this or other men or something, and you're sitting at home trying to figure out what is going on and being a strong woman and trying to be there. At least somebody know you a motherfucker that stick around whether shit is good or bad, whether the money is coming in or not. And most of the time, these clones don't need nothing. They don't need nothing but you know what. And that's because other people on the other side dealing with that energy, but they're not giving you anything back. Jinn energies or spirits being sent in to house that clone's energy and be close and intimate with you and put marks on your sheet or marks on your clothing or something like this by, experiencing you in some kind of way. And then sitting here acting like they don't owe nothing. Like that can't make somebody feel used if they know, you know what I'm saying? If you know this is or not. Like I said, some people may don't even know that they're in these type of situations, but you always feel a heaviness or you always feel drained or you always feel like somebody's taking something from you and, you're not getting something back or something like this. It's not karma sometimes. It's what the fuck is going on behind the scenes. And it's true. I don't know what the fuck that knocking is. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that, okay? I know it's kind of harsh or something like this, but I just really wanted to break that down real quick. We might even add on to a little bit. You know, this is like what I used to do all the time, breaking down shit. So again, I know it's a long video and people might say you didn't even have to do all that. But again, if you got time to listen, I'm seeing ride right here. So if you got a lot of time to listen to it on the ride or something like that, if you like what you hear or something, then it is what it is. If you don't, you don't. If you hear a segment of it and you don't like it, you don't. But I'm just trying to really you know, because people can be fake nurturing, like, oh baby, this and that, oh my god, my YouTubers, but that's just really because they're getting attention from you. If you weren't there giving them attention, they wouldn't be that kind of, they wouldn't be nurturing, or they wouldn't be, you know, loving like that to people. Some of these people is just fake as hell. It's just, that's what it is. They're putting on a Ritz or putting on a show to get your money or to get your, you know, time or your energy or whatever it is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stop the thing right there, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.